I had a couple of people ask me on my Facebook page, how do you know if you're overtraining? There is no simple answer to that. The irony is that sometimes things completely unrelated to training make all the difference as to whether or not you're overtrained. You could take 2 athletes, you could take 100 athletes, put them all through a very intensive training course, where some of them might be overtrained, others might not. And that's because it's not just A plus B equals C, where C is overtrained. Individual physiology. How much sleep are you getting every night? What's your training program look like? How's your diet and nutrition? How's your stress level? How active are you about your recovery attempts? Do you meditate? Do you do soft tissue work? Do you stretch? Do you take contrast showers? Are you staying hydrated? Do you eat enough protein? All of these things and more help determine whether or not you're overtrained. It's been said that there's no such thing as overtraining, there's just under-recovery. And I think there's an element of truth to that. Recovery is not just this passive thing that oozes into you in your time when you're not training. Recovery should be active. It's like the legendary wrestler Dan Gable said, I give 110% in my workout, and then I do everything I possibly can in my power so that I can give 110% in my next workout. It's not an easy question. There's no easy answers. You can listen to your body. You can trust it. You can believe what it has to say. That doesn't mean be lazy. That doesn't mean don't push yourself. It just means your body speaks to you constantly. And if you're unmotivated, if you're depressed, if you're bored with your workouts, that's probably a good sign you need to switch some things up. I personally like to move every single day, but the way I structure my training permits me to do that. This is an extreme example, but if I was bench pressing 7 days a week, yeah, I'd get overtrained really quickly because you cannot bench press heavy 7 days a week. But then a lot of people are doing this to where they're squatting 4 or 5 days a week, not giving themselves enough rest, not giving themselves enough diversity, not giving themselves enough mental stimulation. I believe you can train every single day, but the huge caveat being, you've got to keep things diverse and interesting. Climbing, gymnastics, parkour, acrobatics, football, weight training, breakdancing, capoeira, cycling, hiking, dancing. And then there's things like stretching and mobility work, joint preparation, rehab, prehab, all those things. You can train 7 days a week and not be overtrained. It's all about how you approach it, what your program looks like, and what your lifestyle looks like. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, problems, ideas, I'd love to hear them. And if there's anything specific about your lifestyle or training that you have questions about, please feel free to ask. I'd really love to help you out if I can.